Welcome back to Field Ops with Friends! Where we're doing more tutorials!
Oh boy!
Alright, hit it.
Alright. Base capture. Current mission, storm the Spiral Hills. If successful, drive out the pompous old, Forest Blue Moon to withdraw. Wow. Yeah, there's not a story there or anything.
It's like, is she afraid to be mean? Like, what's up with that?
She's trying to be professional.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't know what that means.
Remember, phase 2 mech units. In response, you've been given command of 2 mech units yourself. Yay, we're reactionary instead of proactive. That can't get us into any trouble later.
Yay!
Oh, look at all those tanks.
That's a lot of blue-ass buildings, and that is a lot of tanks, too.
Yeah, you remember why I said gas was going to be more accurate?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Very crucial events to the Alara region. This is 24 enemy tank units deployed and waiting for us. Fortunately, they can't cross the mountains, because Olaf positioned them like a dumbass. Doesn't care business here for us to deal with them later. Or never. Let's secure some bases by capturing the local cities.
I want so badly to mod this game to where she actually says that.
I'm sorry, I have to pick this one. Capture command.
It's like, do you see the new menu? It's like, what if I don't? No.
Damn.
You didn't
City's
think
now
about that.
half captured. Takes at least 2 days to capture a city. Order the team to capture again next turn to secure an allied base. Almost forgot. Don't move a unit that's in the process of capturing a city, or you'll have to reset that process. Same is true if the capturing unit dies. You go to protect units trying to secure new bases.
I assume that works in reverse, yeah?
They can capture your stuff too?
Well, no, that like if they're capturing something of yours and you kill them before they finish, it uncaptures it completely.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's correct. The other thing that's relevant and the real reason you want to protect stuff that's capturing is because you only capture a city's max HP of 20 by the amount of your current HP. So if you're at 5, you take 5 per turn.
Oh, God.
So you take 4 turns.
So you want to send healthy troops to take cities and stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Now let's move this mech. It only has 2 spaces of movement.
Womp, 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 womp.
Only infantry and mechs can capture bases, so even though they have less firepower and are fairly fragile, infantry are actually hugely important. The tutorial doesn't actually touch on it literally at all, which baffles me later on. But one of the biggest things about cities is that cities are how you get money. You get 1,000. You get 1,000, like, funds. They actually call it funds in this game. It took me a second to remember that. Per allied building that you control at the beginning of every turn. You just get 1,000. So that's true of the enemy also. Currently, they're getting way more money than us. That matters a lot more when you can build units in the middle of the mission, which currently we can't, which I figured is why the tutorial doesn't go over it as much.
Yeah.
But you still actually spend funds for the other primary function of cities, which it will tell us about, I think. Move the rest of your units close to the cities, select them, you're finished moving.
Get them close and then move everybody where they need to go next turn. Yeah, cool.
Yep. First step's just getting them in range for stuff.
The good old prep turn.
Yep. What? Enemy forces have appeared again? Those cowards attacking my most remote units. How typical.
What?
But wait, I have some tank units deployed there. Ha ha. Crushing those infantry and mech units will be a piece of cake. Fight on, my loyal troops. This time you shall be victorious. They will not.
They are... Okay, but like he didn't... How did he even get his tanks there in the first place? I guess?
From off map, maybe?
So he literally can't do anything with those tanks.
No.
Always start your turn?
Always start your turn by completing previous orders. Doesn't matter what order you do it in, as long as you don't forget to do it.
That'd be embarrassing.
Now the city is yours. Same color as your troops, right? You can now use it as a base. Now you can see these cities are under enemy control. By the way, gray cities are neutral. Let's get back to discussing bases. Put a damage unit in a base, it will recover some HP each turn.
I see.
So it will recover specifically 2 HP each turn, and it will also cost an amount equal to 20% of that unit's price.
Oh.
It won't cover that at all.
Wow, okay.
You also receive 1,000 G per day for each city you capture. These funds are crucial for restoring HP to your units. Used for other purposes, but I'll explain those later. Or she won't. You now use this mech unit to capture base, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so that's interesting. So,
Should you capture an enemy or a neutral base first?
Well,
I wonder.
Well, also, it would make sense to capture the one furthest away from you just because of how movement works.
Just
that way you're more likely to have another troop to be able to take the one that's closer.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. 2 days to capture, and it's less blah, blah. Yeah.
Literally the same thing I talked about before. Would you like advice? No, you're still going to give me advice, but, you know.
Oh my god!
Don't let the enemy capture your HQ, you will lose if this happens. Gasp.
I assume the inverse of that is also true. Where if we capture theirs, they lose.
Correct.
Ooh, that was a choice. That's not what I would have done at all.
And that's actually how we're going to win. Because otherwise, we have to kill all their tanks. And we're not doing that. I don't even think we can do that. We're just going to ignore all of these tanks, which are stuck in this little, like, half of it. Yeah, and we're just going to send infantry over the mountains here and take their HQ.
I noticed there was a way there that you could have actually taken, or at least had people on each city square there. So I think that's how you would get an S rank here.
Was he here? Oh, he was, wasn't he? Yeah. Maybe.
Interesting, though, that like there's tiny optimizations like that.
Yep. I'm going to move you here. Blonk.
So because of the way that the money works, it means that healing more expensive units costs more money.
That is correct.
Now, here's a question, right? Do you still get money from a city that is healing something?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. A lot to remember here, but it's interesting.
Lots of layers. All right.
I assume it would make the most sense to go into the mountains.
Yeah.
Nice.
Deciding how I want to hit everything.
Yep, I concur with that. Yep, I concur with that as well. Interesting.
That little bit of extra firepower.
I completely agree with that. I do find it interesting how the defenses don't cancel each other out. Right? So,
yeah.
like, if we were on a 1-star and they were on a 1-star, it's a different calculation than if we're on a 4 and they're on a 4.
Yep.
That's fascinating, and I did not expect that. Ooh. But can you kill the 4?
I think this is still best. I can kill the 4, yeah, but it's a 4. It's not going to do anything. I'm much more worried about a full health mech attacking.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Try to tell the enemy, hey, can you move over there for me real quick? Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the only risk of moving the infantry onto the mountains. I still feel like it was the correct call, but yeah.
And we didn't even damage it.
I mean, no, we've got little pew-pew shooters against a fucking tank.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
Related.
Ooh, nice.
You left the high ground. It's mine now.
So I'm guessing that the tanks can't directly cross water. They have to use a road or a bridge.
That's correct.
So they literally can't stop you from taking the base over there.
Yep.
So, okay. Wow. That's...
Yep.
Man who left, stupid.
Frankly, if that wasn't the case, this mission I don't think would be possible.
That's fair.
You
lose
saw how
your
much
mech units,
damage
you're
that...
just done.
Yeah, and you saw how much damage the tank did to our guy, even though he was on a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild, actually.
They don't fuck around.
And then I noticed that cities also offer a defense. I want to say it was 3 stars.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Side note, HQ also offers 4.
Oh, more than a city. Interesting.
Yep.
So why did you move out of the city to attack? Just to get some extra distance?
To free up the city for this infantry that's at 2 HP.
Look at you thinking ahead.
I fucked up. Gotta recover it, right?
Oh, yeah. So now, realistically, the only threat remaining is, yeah, that guy. Which, okay.
Man.
See you in 7 turns.
He's really gonna get us. We gotta look out.
Oh my god. Right, and so obviously you wouldn't want to use...
I've got only 6 HP, so it's not full there, but it would still do 3 points of damage to that tank.
Pretty good.
I could take a full health infantry, and I don't think it would even have 10.
Wow.
It's a huge difference, but like I say, it's only those 3 shots that you get.
Right. Now, if you were to put them in a city to heal them, would it also replenish their ammo?
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
Something you'll notice as we go is that it'll have the text supply when things get healed up at a city.
Ah, so supply means healing or ammo or both.
Yep, refers specifically to ammo and fuel.
Interesting.
You can just sit and spin, buddy.
Excellent. So, obviously at this point, it's, hey, we're going to go take this HQ and we're going to win. So you don't really need to heal your infantry, or, well, your mech units, but you are anyway. Is there a reason for that outside of just because you feel bad for their injuries?
No, not really. Not in this mission. Although I probably am going to take a pot shot at that tank while we're waiting for things to capture.
Of course you are.
And, might as well have the HP to do it.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. I'm going to go with 2 of them. I mean, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like, if you have unlimited turns and you just, like, take them slowly, you could win this mission.
You could. It wouldn't be worth it. You could.
Actually, I wonder if it's because it's a tutorial, it, like, forces the win condition of its choice, so, like, taking all the enemies out wouldn't make you win, and you still have to actually go through the motion of taking the HQ.
No, it does.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
You can absolutely just throw out everything.
The fucking tanks are just like, hey, don't you think maybe we should go do something about that? What do you want us to do? We can't get over there. All right. Oh, that's a fucking idiot. This is a game in a nutshell, dude. Hey, look. Oh, that's an idiot. Oh my god, you're really gonna kill all these tanks? Damn.
Rocket launcher. Hey, I'll go for it.
You got a 10% chance. Let's see it.
Damn.
Womp.
Oh well.
Hey, you can get him next. No, never mind. No, you can't. You win.
There is no next turn. I'm winning.
So let's say that you forgot to do the capture command again. Does it reset just because you didn't do it, or it just doesn't make any progress?
Just doesn't make any progress.
Okay, cool.
As long as he hasn't moved or done anything else, that C button stays there.
Cool.
Unbelievable! What's going on? What were the tank units doing? Those useless fools! I'll take direct command next time, as if it wasn't my fault already. I'll show you! I'll show you all!
He'll show us, but we know that the next one's still another tutorial, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, not that it matters if it's a tutorial or not. We're still winning.
Ooh, confidence! Okay.
I've beaten this game before.
Unit repair. Well, you kind of already
join
explained
command
that.
and basic strategy. Yeah, we've covered this.
Right.
Creep Olaf, enemy CO is starting to take things seriously. All our commanders caught up, blah, blah, blah. No one else available. Looks like it's up to you. Brief you on current mission. Lost Fortress, waylaid by Olaf. Join up with them, beat them back, secure the area. Yeah, nothing new there.
This is a girthy fucking tutorial.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there's a lot of mechanics to go over, as we've kind of touched on. Has his bases covered.
So I noticed we have tanks this time, right? And
Yep.
Obviously, since this is the unit repair one, it's like, hey, do the thing and repair your shit and then go blow them up. Is there any new mechanics here other than healing our shit, which you've already explained?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
cool. Molasses.
In fact,
time lapse the shit out of this. All right, go. See, look, we did it, and you missed absolutely nothing.
yeah, pretty much.
It was fine, except that Olaf was like, "No, you bitch," and then that was it. So it's fine.
APC ABCs.
Oh my god.
Artillery units use correct and strength battalions. You've seen a lot of action. Well, we gotta look at it when we get there. You're given an APC to use, fresh from the factory. Don't worry about its condition. Let's get moving. So something to note here. The AI has a fucking hard-on for killing APCs at all times, forever.
Oh, so
They
they're
will
really good
target
to
APCs
use.
first.
So they're really good to use as like bait.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
We have an artillery unit with out of ammo and 1 fuel.
So it's useless. Got it.
Yeah.
So you can use an APC to refuel it. And
Yep.
rearm it, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Wow, it's got some range, too. Okay, that's neat. So it fully rearmed it and fully fueled it in one action?
Yep.
Damn.
Happens to everything adjacent to it.
Wow. Cardinal adjacent or...
Cardinal adjacent,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Here's our first instance with indirect fire. The world of no counterattacks.
Jeez.
Get fucked!
Oh my god. That's some damage.
Yep, pretty good.
Okay, so indirect fire is a term used for long-range attack, and you don't
No
gotta worry about
counterfire.
counterattacking. Cool.
Matter time, enemy infantry attack allied bases, protect them. Yeah, okay, sure. Something to note here that they did touch on the last mission. You can hold B to check range on stuff. Something to note here, artillery units cannot hit anything that is directly next to them. This is true of anything that has indirect combat capabilities. If you send something up there to shoot it directly, it's just going to sit there and cry.
Oh. I'm guessing that also means they can't move and attack in the same turn?
Correct.
Mm.
Because if you could move and attack with them in the same turn, that would be ridiculously broken.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. Shut up.
No, please.
Oh god, I hit yes.
No! Molasses,
Nope.
time-lapse it! So, figured it's probably important while we were time-lapsing the shit out of that. Apparently the troop transport can be used as a troop transport.
What?
I know! And you can just drive them somewhere and poop them out, which helps move your infantry and mech units far fast, I guess. Oh, but if you dump them, they don't get their turn immediately. Oh, and see, another balancing thing. I get that. That's fine.
No, I do not need your advice.
And then she
it's
gives
still
it to
gonna
me
get
anyway. That's nice.
Can't move and attack in the same turn. Yeah, I think we touched on that.
Yeah.
Although it might have gotten time lapsed.
Probably fine. It's probably fine. What do you mean? Oh, nice
Die.
defensive advantage. Okay. Okay.
Send 2 down here to just field that.
So what do you think would be the best call for this mission based on the layout? Kill everything or take the HQ?
HQ will be easier. I don't want to worry about like chasing down everything with our limited forces.
Makes sense. So here's another question for you when it comes to the money, right? So in a mission like these where you can't build new units, what's the point of money other than healing?
And that's it.
Which seems to me like it's not even that great, purely because you're gonna
probably
make
just gonna
money
end
from
up
the
as a
cities
surplus.
anyway.
Yeah. You'll often only have a couple. Like right now, I'm only getting 3k per turn. I guess it is 5k with these two, but like, it's not a large amount. It's the TLDR.
Interesting.
Slight disadvantage, but I fired first, so I still win.
I fired, I missed, but not in this game because you apparently can't miss.
Correct. The
Which
closest
is
thing you
wild.
get to missing is a bad RNG roll.
Where you don't technically miss, you just deal 0 damage.
You just don't do 0, you just deal like slightly less than expected. Yeah, that's actually probably bad. I'm gonna need to hit the mech when it walks closer.
Look at you being all strategic and shit.
I mean, I know they're gonna focus capturing the bases, and I want those 2 infantry to be able to kill everything down there without me needing to send anything else.
That's fair.
Technically, I probably should move the APC over, but never.
It's probably fine.
Oh, it's definitely fine. It's just a matter of like 1 turn of speed.
At least you got a little bit of retaliatory damage there. That's nice.
Fire!
Interesting, a 3 versus a 2 with defense. It's really cool. So, obviously, right, like, you could probably guess by the name that this game was for Game Boy Advance.
I think it might have been a launch title.
Really? That
I'm
I
not
didn't
positive.
expect. Okay. Well, so it's for Game Boy Advance. Even if it was a launch title, I mean, that's still honestly kind of impressive. How big is this series? Like, how many games are there? And are they all for handhelds, or...?
They are all for handhelds. There are 4. 3 that are in a continual series. There's this game, then there's Advance Wars 2, which the name's kind of a spoiler for later, so we'll talk about that later. And then Advance Wars Dual Strike. Guess what? That was for DS, because they did that with fucking everything for the DS.
Yeah.
And that game is insane.
Good insane? Bad insane?
Both insane.
Oh.
It's just very explosive with the numbers. Picture, if you will, just having the ability to take 2 turns at once periodically, no matter who you're playing.
Okay.
The AI can do it, and you can do it.
Oh my god.
There's a gauge that feeds into it, but occasionally you can just take a double turn with some other shenanigans going on, and it makes strategizing kind of hard and almost pointless to an extent. Like, you can still plan around stuff, and you probably should plan around some stuff, but like trying to think about everything the AI is going to do at that point is pretty much futile, because at a certain point they're going to just overwhelm anything that you have for planning, and you can do the same back to them.
That's kind of wild.
So, yeah, it's at that point you just kind of acknowledge, yeah, this is going to happen. It's probably going to happen at some point. Just make sure that mine matters more than theirs.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the fourth
I'll get
one?
more into it. The fourth one is Days of Ruin, and it's very different. It follows the same basic formats, but it's a very different story. It doesn't have anything to do with Orange Star, Blue Moon, any of this stuff. Like, none of the characters carry over, at least to my knowledge. I didn't finish the game, so like it could happen, but
Okay, interesting. Are you about to win just by decimating them?
yeah, it seems like that's probably going to happen. I've got a 3-turn clock on them for the HQ with that APC over there, but I might just finish off all their stuff before that happens. I could have started moving the APC sooner. I just didn't consciously think about it because this is so trivially easy for now.
For now, yeah.
Some missions are fucking hard. The last couple missions of this game are kind of insane.
Oh, good. Yay.
The difficulty curve is not so much a curve as a cliff.
Fair enough. Wow, so really just those 2 dudes left and that's it?
Yep.
So will they actively try to run back? Never mind. I was like, are they going to go try to stop you even a little bit? Oh my god.
He's just going to go try to heal. The artillery's just chilling there because I'm not giving it anything to fire on. It has nowhere to go, and it's just like, fine.
It might be that way.
Here, shoot at this infantry. I'll even capture this city for you.
Oh my god. Wonder which one it's going to go for. Ooh, it might shoot at your artillery.
Let's find out.
Hey, that's a smart move, to be honest.
I could prove a point here too, if you wanted. If you wanted to see it, I could move the APC. It will definitely shoot the APC without question.
I take your word for it. I also have a question.
I have an answer.
So obviously, like the whole indirect unit thing is cool because no retaliatory strikes. I do find it interesting. Well, I guess it's not a question, more of just a statement. But I find it interesting that 2 indirect don't hit each other back. It feels like they will.
Yeah, it did surprise me at first, but I think it's important that they don't.
Yeah, I feel like they lose a lot of their effectiveness in that case because it's like, oh yeah, things can't fire back so long as they're on the ground and don't do things at a distance. Grumble, grumble, grumble. All right, before we move on, I think it's a good stopping spot for this episode. We got some time lapse in there. We're making progress on this tutorial, and yeah, all right. We're going to do even more tutorial, but I hope you guys are learning the ins and outs of the game, because I'm guessing it's going to pick up as soon as we get out of this infinite tutorial. But it's going to be fine.
Next one's tank ops, so we're going to see lots more tanks.
Oh, goody! All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.